I don't know what's going on. This fence ain't working either, the one on top here. I couldn't find no ground on the other fence. I didn't check all of this one yet. I just checked the ones up here. The box is working there. It's blinking. But I tested it here. It's possible because, remember, there was no sun all night. And then this morning is very cloudy. So maybe there's just not enough juice. But I'm not getting any charge on the fence. I don't think it's grounded. It was working yesterday. Of course, the sun was shining strong yesterday. I'm just going ahead and continue working now. Even with fence off, or not charged, or not no shocking. They're not going to break through here. Looks like bullies down there. They're all the cattle are up here though. I don't know if they're looking at the beans here or what, but hopefully they don't. Hopefully they won't go out through this way. After I'm done with that fence, I'm gonna put some posts in down there. 3 posts down in the bottom down there and on that hill for that section of fence right there, past the truck. But that shows like it's grounded too, so I gotta figure out something. I'll have to check the insulators better. It only takes one little wire. But there's a little bully calf way back there, and there's mama. So I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can get it going again, or I'll just wait for the sun to be higher. Just another shot of the cattle. Nice day to work. No, I gotta worry about the fence not providing a shock. At least it don't show on my tester. But I think it maybe has something to do with the cloudy skies. I'm thinking, oh, look like it's raining over that way. Somewhere. Feels like it could rain. The air feels good though. Nice and cold. Oh, nice. Well, enough about the cattle. I gotta keep working on my fence. I changed my mind. Since it's cool, somewhat, and there's no sun shining bright, I turned the fence off. I checked it. It's still not working. It shows grounded. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. I'll just have to walk down, go down there like I did before, but if I can't find nothing there, I'm going to have to drive around the other side and check the other end too, because it might be grounded someplace over there. I didn't check that part last time, or not all of it, but I'll do it today. Since I'm walking, I'm going to turn my tamper, post tamper, into a walking stick. And I'm going to take my handsaw too, just in case I find something I need to cut off the fence. It's good to be prepared. Still August 26th, 7 p.m. And I decided to go ahead and check the fence for the ground, and I found it. Or at least I found one of them. That tree there fell over. It's been like that for a while. But maybe because all the leaves are dead. So I wonder. Oh, neighbor's got something fell down over there too. Anyway, I'm more than halfway through. I had to take a break. That's a nice little handsaw. I like it. But I think when the tree got wet, it grounded it more. I think. But it seemed like it was working the other day, unless that tree had died and just finally decided to fall. Probably got hung up. Maybe it got hung up somewhere and then finally decided to fall. I think that's what it was. If I remember right, yeah. a tree behind me was like that too. Right here. And I didn't feel like cutting them down, so, and they were being held up by their branches here. And I think that one was just barely leaning. Yeah, that's probably, and I just let it go. Now I'm paying for it. Okay, let me get back to sewing. Did I say it was almost 7 p.m.? Or it is 7 p.m., not was. It is 7 p.m. And I want to get done before it gets dark. Okay, I got it. Fence is back. I gotta walk through there and cut some of them green weeds. I hate walking through there. I thought the cows would eat that, but they didn't. Well, it's just after 7 p.m. on August 26th, 2023, and now I gotta check this. This is the left. That's what's left for me to check for ground from there to the corner and down the hill to the gate. Oi! I left that gate open. When did I do that? I drove in today. I drove in from the other side. I drove in from the bottom. When did I leave that open? Well, the cows can go in there anyway. They can go in from the bottom side. But I always close the gate because I don't want them making a trail up and down the road for the water to follow. But anyway, I'm up here where the corral is. I came from that direction, over that hill there. Down that hill is where that tree that I sawed up. And this is my top. Yeah, I came from there, checked all that. Everything's good here. All I gotta do is now check that and down to the gate, close the gate, and then I'll walk back to my truck and hope that I found the ground and I can go home. Well, that's the corner. I'm above the road now. Oh, there's the cattle hood down in the bottom. They're grazing through the trees there. Yeah, I'm above the road. The road's down there. There's that tree that broke off and blocked my road for a while. Yeah, another view of that tree. Okay. Hickory is still attached and it's still growing. See those green leaves? They're still growing. Okay. Anyway, I checked everywhere down there. I came from that direction, and I'm going to check that, check this, and I just need to check down there to the gate, and I'm done. And I hope the fence works after this. Well, I'm at the end of the fence that I need to check. That fence on the other side of the gate, that's powered by the charger down there in the bottom. But I just finished checking all that. Fence there, over there, in the woods, and all the way down to the other charger up there on that end. So, I'm going to walk back to the truck, check, turn the fence on, and check it and hope that it works. If not, I'll check it again tomorrow. At least I tried. Okay, cattle are down there eating. I gotta turn that fence back on. I turned it off while I was working on it. Well, I think the sun already went down. I think it's too dark to record. I'm going home now. I checked the fence. That fence in the woods there still didn't work. But maybe I'll wait till I found the one ground on that tree that I cut. So I fixed that. So I'll wait till tomorrow. Maybe the charger will charge up when the sun comes out. Maybe it'll work again. Maybe the battery's low. Also, the cattle are down here in the bottom. I saw them eating down here from when I was checking the fence up there by the gate. I don't know if they'll even come out. I may not be able to use it if it's too dark. There's a couple cattle on the other side of the fence over there. Over there. I have to use my lights. Anyway, they're over there somewhere. Okay, I'm going home. I'm going back to the house. Too late for me now. Well, today's August 27th, Sunday, 2023, and I'm back to the pasture. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Skies are overcast, temperature's cool, probably around 70. Feels comfortable out here. Anyway, I'm going to be checking the fence in those woods again. The end of the fence is down there by the gate, and I'm going to go around the other woods, inside these woods here. I'm going to start at the charger on my right side. Okay. Well, somebody's missing. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's the bully. Yeah, I'm in my truck. I didn't too lazy to get out. Looks like he's been rubbing his horns on something. He's got something on it. Weeds or crap. I think he's got some crap on it. He's got something on it. He's been rubbing in the dirt or something. Anyway, he's comfortable. Cattle are comfortable today because it's a nice, nice temperatures. So am I. I'm comfortable too. Let me get a picture of that. Okay, I gotta get to work anyway. Hey, Bully. Well, there's Bully. I use it. Getting lazy today. I use the truck to check the fence since I can drive through there all along that side to that corner and at least up to here. So I use the truck for that. So now I gotta walk the rest of it. That's what I checked, and it looks good. That's the one closest to the box, the charger. And there's Bully. I drove across this dam. Worked out pretty good and turned around, came back and ready to leave. So after I walked down to the other, not to the, all the way to the end. Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, so I already, oh, by the way, today's August 27th, 2023. Sunday, and it's after 8 already. Anyway, I already checked this fence with the truck. I drove through there, move around. I got out at the corner to make sure that was good. Corner's hooked up right, and I drove back out to the charger. Before I started, I turned the charger off so I can check the fence. And there's my truck. That's what I'll be walking back to this truck this way, because yesterday I walked back that way on the outside of the woods, and there are a lot of sticker weeds, so I'm going to avoid them today. Nice. Anyway, I'm checking here. I checked this yesterday evening, but it was getting kind of dark and it's hard to see, so I'm going to check it again. I found one ground way up there on top of the hill, but I'm not going to walk all the way up that hill again. What I'm going to do is walk down to this where this creek or stream, there's a little branch where it crosses the fence down there. It goes down and next turn to the right and past these big trees, and it goes out to the neighbors. Anyway, I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it up to that point, and then I'm going to come back, walk back, and go in my truck and drive over there, and then I'll walk back over there where where I could walk down and check the ones on the hill, because I don't want to climb up that hill again if I don't have to. It was hard going through all that trees, fallen limbs and stuff. Okay, let me get started. Well, at least it's cool. It's cool working today. Oh, nice cool breeze. Hardly any wind, but I can feel the breeze though. Sounds like a cardinal out there in that jungle, neighbor's jungle. Yeah, that's a cardinal, I think. And yeah. Anyway, I got to get going. Well, I'm here still by this tree, this big cedar tree, and my starting point to go down there. Well, it's not the starting, but it's the one my walking start. I'm going to go ahead and change this fence. So I'm going to have that connect those two wires and have it go through that yellow insulator. And I think I'll take off these corner insulators too. And I think I'll take them off down there also, because I might need the insulators somewhere. Okay, I'll do that first. Well, I cleaned up this post, T-post, and I took the corner insulators off that one too over there in front of that tree. Yeah, I got 3 off of there and 3 off of there, which makes a nice bouquet of insulators. I even got a copper wire to go with it. Actually 2. There was one on this one, copper wire. Actually two copper wires. The black one was wrapped around the top, and I had a green one that was connecting the two fences together before. But now I got plenty of insulators for something, and then got some extra copper wire too. It looks like that fence is going to break pretty soon again. I'll have to keep an eye on it. May have to replace that section. Okay, now I can continue my, oh, there's a couple corner insulators there too. I guess I'll grab them, although I don't like them as much. Anyway, I'll grab them. Well, I checked the fence on the left there. On the left there, those are the trees. This is the area that I worked on in June after a storm, and I had to reroute the fence. I had to cut the limbs off that were interfering with the fence, but the fence is clear now. That T-post got bent over by the thing, so I just put a new one in, and I didn't feel like pulling that one out yet. Anyway, the fence goes down to that branch. That's as far as I'm going. I'll check that hill from up there. I'll go over there and walk down on top of the hill, and I can see pretty far down the hill. And I'll check the other side too from up there. I don't feel like walking up that hill again like I did yesterday. I gotta check all them limbs there. I got some of them limbs are too close to the, actually they're touching the insulators. But it doesn't look like they're grounding the fence, so I let it go last night, but I'm gonna check it again. Light's better today. And oh, this is the stream that comes down from my pond. Little branch stream. It's pretty level, or not level, but pretty. There's no big rut until it gets to this tree root, and then it makes a big. Then all of a sudden it makes a big drop. I don't know if it collects more water through here or what, but the pond is way up there. You can see my truck through the trees. It's on the pond dam, way past that big tree here in the middle. Anyway, this creek comes down here. Creek, stream, branch, whatever you want to call it, comes down here, and right there where those white limbs, the fence, that's it goes onto the neighbor's property and goes into a bottom, and then that goes into flows into the creek or stream, big stream down by the bridge, by the pasture bridge. Okay, I'm gonna go down there. I need to walk across here, and I think I'll walk across over there. It's easier to walk. And I'll just check that in and these couple posts there. Make sure nothing grounded over there. I didn't realize it before. I've probably seen it, I just didn't notice it as much. But there's a big space between these T-posts. I guess out in these woods. Well, they haven't crossed over here. So, like I said, they don't spend much time out here in the woods. But anyway, that's what. If I have to someday, like if I want to decide to put barbed wire here, I may have to add some T-posts every other post, and in between each post. I don't want to do that, but I'm not sure. I think these are short posts. I think these are all short. Like I said, this will be the last fence I do, if I do. if I add barbed wire here. It's not in my plan right now. I'll see how it works. Anyway, right now I'm down in this branch where this tree fell, and all I did was trim. I need to cut some more. I need to cut some more off that, but I don't feel like sawing today. I checked that limb laying on that insulator down there, and it's not touching the wire. And then I can look up about halfway to the hill, and I can see the insulators, and I can barely see the wire. But I'll check that again from up there. But down here, they're on. The first two I can see real good. The first two T-posts past the creek, past the stream. I can see those wires real good. And I'll go up there on top where I'll come down where that dead tree is. Yeah. So there's that other tree. I noticed this last night. I checked that fence around the bales to make sure, because it was grounded too, but I found the ground. I don't know if you can see it. I'll get a closer look later. But there's a branch, big branch that fell on the barbed wire, because that's all surrounded by barbed wire. And right to that big tree, right of that big tree where the view is blocked, there's a big limb laying on top of the fence and on top of the bales. And I'm not planning on moving the limb right today, but I might cut the wire. I might cut the wire and splice it back together above the tree limb that's laying on the ground there, or laying on the fence and ground. So I'll take care of that today too. Okay, I gotta check that and then I'll be done here. Oh, I went ahead and cut those limbs. Now they're off the fence. The other one there is a brace. Hold the fence up, or pushing it in. So this fence is clear. No grounds here. And then if I can get back here. I also I shouldn't do this while I'm walking through here. Yeah, nothing on there. And I can also look up. One reason I cut them out so I could walk down in here. But I can check the fence from here. Look like it's all good to the top of the hill. I checked that last night and it was good then too, except for that tree I cut after I got up there. Okay. It looks a little better now. Actually, I cut it so I could walk there more than anything. I didn't think the tree it was laying on the insulator, the bottom insulator on the other side of the T-post, but it wasn't touching the hot wire. So I'm good. I gotta walk back to the truck and drive up to there and then walk down and check the rest of the fence around the corner, down into the gate. Okay. Well, I can drive my four-wheeler ATV all the way from the dam, well, anywhere around the dam, around that pond, and then I can drive down here through this branch to check that fence, which is what I normally do, but I got barbed wire hooked to the back and I don't want to be dragging it all over the place. Anyway, I realized why that ditch is deeper there. One reason anyway. Okay, there's only so much water that flows out of this stream here, this branch. But then I noticed this little smaller stream ties into it from above, from up there where I keep my bales. So the water flows off the top of the hill up there and then flows down and comes down here, merges with that stream there by the big tree, and then starts flowing that way, so it creates more flow of water, which I guess cuts that ditch a little deeper, a little ditch there where the stream goes. Anyway, I also use this. I also create my ATV four-wheeler. I also cross there, and then to get out, instead of going back, I go up this little pathway I made. No, I can only fit the ATV in here. It comes out. Well, it comes out up there somewhere. It goes around these trees and comes up, and that's where I'm walking up now. I'm gonna go walk back to the truck that way. Stay along the edge of the trees where there's no sticker weeds. Okay, and that's where my gate is. The one I put the support post in a while back, and the funny barricade next to the post to keep the cattle from going between the old hay wagon frame and the post I just put in. Anyway, let's get back to work. Let's get back to the truck, drive down to there, and then walk down the hill and check the rest of the fence. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to finish the fence check so I can get back to work on my fence in that corner back there. Okay, I want to get that done too. I may not get it done today. I'll get something done on it, but I won't get it. I may not get it. I may not get the barbed wire on today. I might wait until tomorrow. I'm at the edge of the. Where am I? I'm at the edge of the pasture at the tree line up here next to the bales and the gate, and that's the branch I was working down in there where those fallen trees are, and this is the trail I come up to with my ATV. Although a while back a tree fell down in the middle of it, so I've been going around. Too lazy to move it, but now that it's rotten, I'm going to try to move it to clear it so I can drive down this bigger, wider area. The trees are, if these trees here were farther apart, I could drive the truck down there, but there's not much room to turn around down there. Anyway, for the ATV, I don't need to check that fence very often, only when it's grounded. And if the charger's not working, if that charger's not working for some reason, the light shows it's blinking, so it should be working. But I've had it before where it's blinking but it's not working, and get some bright sunlight on it and then it starts working again. So I think it's the battery. Okay, anyway, I need to clear this tree out of the way and then get back to I'll walk along here, along the tree line where it's less sticker weeds. Okay, that's where I feed them. That's where I feed them. Where those tall weeds are, that's where I feed the hay during the winter time. Okay, let's get that thing moved. Well, I got the end moved from there where that little clearing is. Yeah, you can see where I moved some of it. Moved it over to those trees there. But I couldn't move the stump. There's still one root deep in the ground, and I couldn't break it off. So I left it. But I still got more room now. I got more room now to drive my ATV through here. Let me go down a bit. Yeah, this is how I go out. Through here, through those two trees. Okay, let's get back to the truck. Well, that's where I ended up before I got back to my truck and drove it back around to behind me. So I walked down the hill, and now I'm checking. This is where I could see from down there. I can see it better from up here. And now, let me turn around this way. That's that tree that fell down a while back during that storm. Same storm that blew those down. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I'll wait until I need to move the bales. But I do have to, I'll show that later. There's a branch. The one that's laying on top of the bales over there, the one that with the dead leaves, that's also laying on my barbed wire fence over there too. I got it turned off right now. Anyway, that's where I parked the truck. It's up there behind, in front of that old car. Anyway, I checked this yesterday, or last night, around 7:30 or so, 7:30. I didn't leave this pasture till 8 o'clock, so it was already almost dark. But the insulators are okay. But I found some more corner insulators, and a copper wire too. A couple copper wires, yellow and green. So I want to take them. I can always use them somewhere. Let me clean this up. It's not causing a ground, but it still needs to be cleaned up. Oh, maybe I should explain why this fence is even, the insulators are even here. This is I guess got a leftover from when I used to charge that. I had a fence going from here up to, well, I guess I went around that way. Yeah, I went around that way. I hooked it up to that fence up there where the barbed wire is. That's how I powered that fence in the beginning. Around, that goes around the bales. But then later on, I decided it was too much trouble. If something happened to this fence, and that fence wasn't on up there, then cows might try to get into my hay. So, hay bales. So I decided, okay, so that's when I bought a charger for that fence, a fence around the bales to keep it separate from everything else. Okay, that's what that's what this came from, and I just never took it down. But I'm taking it down now. I'll clean that up, but I couldn't get that other post. I guess that post was support for the fence going up the hill before. I can't get it out, so I'll have to come back later and get a post hole digger and dig it out from the back side, because I can't get it out. My hand's ground's too hard. So I'm going to go ahead and check the rest of this fence. I might cut that tree off too, just to make it look better. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll cut that tree off. It's not too big. I should have done it before, but didn't feel like it. That's the tree behind it is the one I cut yesterday evening, because it was actually laying on the fence and pushing it down and laying against the tree. I thought that was the ground, but the fence still didn't work. Sun's out now. Oh, yeah. The sun's out. Yeah, sun's shining. Sun shining somewhere. There's the sun. All right. I'm going to fall over here, standing on this hill. Let me go ahead and cut that out and clean this up, and then I'll check the rest of the fence. First thing I did was cut off all the other branches. The tree was still alive because the leaves are still green. So I did that part. Now I'm gonna cut it about a little bit past the fence on the outside of the fence that way. Oh, it's hard to work on a hill. Oh. Anyway, I gotta cut it off. I just realized, dumb horse flies flying around me. Get away. Stop it. Get away. Hey, I got him. He landed on my belly. And I got him. Well, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, finished. That tree I just cut, that's still alive. We got branches coming out of it, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. I may have to cut it down further. But as long as I keep the branches from growing onto the fence, I'll be fine. I'm gonna see if I can straighten out that one post. No, I can't. That post is there's a big log laying next to it. So I'll just leave it. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I'm gonna go around that. I went through there yesterday. It's too much of a. I cut all the green stuff out of there yesterday, so the fence is clear. And I can see the insulators on this side of that leaning post, and they're good. So I'm gonna go up, around, come back down, and check the rest of it. Again, I already checked it last night. I didn't find nothing, but I may have missed something. That's where I came from. Down there, where that tree's cut. That's the other tree's cut down yesterday, over there. And that's a steep hill. That's where I took off all. Oh shoot, I forgot to get that wire. That's later. I guess I gotta go back down. But I'll go around the other way, it's not so steep. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, this dead tree is just waiting to fall on my fence. But I'll just let it go. There's not much up there. Oh, look at that nice tall hickory. Look at that other tree. That blew down during the storm too. I had to fix that too. It's not, yeah, because it looks like I already had leaves on it this spring. And in June that storm came through and blew a bunch of trees down. Way back there, that one. Yeah, I'll show you that in a minute after I check the rest of the fence. I think I'm just resting here. Anyway, I'm going to go down and get that piece of wire that I took off that post, T-post, and get to checking the rest of the fence. I left that wire on the other side of that log, down by that yellow, or that pole, T-post. And I found some more dead trees, but only one in danger of falling on the fence down the hill. But this other one leading toward me is in danger of falling on that fence, just like that one did. Yeah, that one there broke off, see? That one broke off. Oh, I guess last fall. I'm not sure exactly when it did. It bent my panel wire, my cattle panel wire fence. Instead of fixing it, I just piled up I rerouted the fence around it with those yellow poles, and then I just barricaded it so the cows don't want to try to go in that way. Anyway, I'm lazy that way. But in the end, it really takes just as much work in the end. Anyway, I got to get back to work on checking the fence. That's where I was working to cut that tree off. I was hanging over the fence. And this fence here, neighbor's shooting. I guess it's Sunday. They only come out on weekends. I hope they're shooting away from me. Anyway, I should clean that off, but there's not much touching it. I don't think that would ground it that much. I might crawl down there and get it. But the rest of it, that's the one that goes down the hill and comes out by the bridge. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see my gate post back in there somewhere, way down there in the bottom, where the sun shines shining on it. Anyway, this fence leads to the bridge. The cattle don't go in here. Originally I had let them in here, but they were just tearing up this hill. They were just tearing the heck out of it, so I decided I still need this fence to go down the hill to power the rest of it. And if they ever do get in here, I want at least one fence to keep them from going down that way. But anyway, what I got here, gotta watch where I walk. I'm gonna fall down the hill. Okay, now I gotta check this fence going there. It goes around on the back side of my corral. Huh. So that's the back portion of the corral, and that's the front portion of the corral where I back my trailer in. I'll get a better look up there later. But this is supposed to be about checking the fence, not looking at the corral. Okay, I think I'm going to crawl through the wires there. The fence is off. I'm going to crawl through there and cut that off. That's the only thing touching. I'll also make sure everything. Well, I went ahead and came down the hill, cleaned all the limbs that were hanging over the single wire fence here that the cows don't have access to, because up on top of there is my corral. On top of that area there where the daylight is showing, that's my corral, and that's the fence going down to the other end of the pasture through the woods. And this is the bottom land, my neighbor's bottom land. There's my bridge. There's a fence there. There's a short fence here. I just so they can't come up into this area, into this area here. I got them blocked out of that hill. That's too steep. Do too much damage. Anyway, that's my bridge. Those are all the trees over the years that we've pulled up. Me and my brother pulled out of that creek. I got another one laying on top of the bridge that I got to pull out, but I think I could do that one with my tractor. I think my brother helped me pull them out with his bucket loader on his bigger tractor. Okay. Alright, now I got to crawl back up that hill. Okay. Looks like I got to cut some of them off too later, but they're not touching the fence, so I ain't worried. I already checked this part of the fence. I didn't find no grounds here earlier. This is all part of the same fence. It goes from the creek, from the bridge over to there. I'll check. I didn't really check the close to the pond, but I'll check that too when I come back around. When I come back around to the gate. Okay. Let's go. Oh boy, I gotta climb back. I don't have my walking stick with me. I'll use a T-post as my support. Okay. I'm about halfway up the hill from the bottom. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but that hill, that steep hill above that little pond there, on the bottom of that hill is filled with groundhog holes. I mean, they're everywhere on that thing. And I just found a path. I don't know why they go here. Maybe they're going here to graze or something. Oh, I know why. They got a path going through here. There's a path going down. There's something white in there. I have to go. Maybe I can see that from higher up. Anyway, the only reason I can think of, because that's the top of the hill where I started, where my fence takes a turn. Well, this one goes straight down to the bridge, the one I'm on. But the other one takes a turn up, goes up behind my corral, cattle corral for sorting. Anyway, the reason I think they're going down through here is maybe to get to that bean field. You know, I know groundhogs like groundhogs like to eat soybeans. I remember that when I was growing up. Dad always said, kill as many groundhogs as you can. But I could never find them when I was young. They'd always run away before I got there. Anyway, I can finish my finish my trek up the hill and then finish my inspection of the fence or onto the gate. All right, let me catch my breath. Here's another view of that trail. Goes underneath my fence on the side of this hill. Going down to the bridge. Groundhogs are using this trail here for something. I'm just guessing it's for the bean field. Probably going down that way, eat along the inner edge. I'm not going to go down there and find out, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I reached the top of the hill. Oh, I need a drink. At least when I check the fence from down there, I can see the fence a lot better. And there's only a single wire here because there's no cows are near it. And then let's go the other way. I'm back up close to my corral, and then that's the fence going down through the woods. It comes out on the other side by the other end of the pasture by the charger that powers this fence. I just noticed, I don't know what this is. I never know what some of these plants are. But this one's you caught my eye because when I started to cut some of the limbs, I heard some rattling. And there's some like pods, seed pods. I don't know what kind of tree that is, but it don't get very big, from what I remember. Yeah, it don't get very big. Anyway, I cut enough off where my batteries, I brought my portable power pack. So I'm going to charge this phone up. I could use the truck, but I got to leave the key on, or truck has to be running to do that. So I use that power pack to do it. That works pretty good. Well, I walked up the hill to check this fence. So far so good. And then this is where my corral is. I can drive through this area through here. I can drive on the back side of this corral just to check the fence or things like that. But anyway, this is where I gotta check next. Here to that corner, there's a corner over there, and then over there to another corner, because I explained that before somewhere. I'm not sure when, but when I was baling square bales before I went to round, I would sometimes I would stack some hay out here, cover it up with plastic, and feed hay on this hill with square bales. I only did that for a few years until I went to round bales. But I left the fence there. The cows can access that area when I let them in the little space there by that little pond and the other road. If I let them on the road and this area by the pond, small pond. That bottom is mosquito. They can come in here and eat. Otherwise, I just keep it fenced off. Anyway, this is my corral from the backside. Yeah. This big tree, I think it was last year. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was last year. Yeah. I don't know if I can reach that high. That big branch broke off and fell on my fence right through this area here. Fell on the fence and did a little damage on that fence across there. I stepped in something. Yeah, I'm always stepping in something. And did a little damage there too. But I was able to cut it all out. I don't know if I made a video about it. It doesn't matter. Too late now. luckily, when it first happened, it was still attached up there. It was still attached up there, and it was just laying here. I just left it because I wasn't shipping any cattle or sorting them or anything, so I didn't need to do nothing with it. So I just left it, and then not too long, I don't know how long after, it happened, and I left it. Eventually, that limb broke off. A big limb broke off up there and fell this way, which was good for me. It's good for me. This part here though, the ones that I sawed off, they're the ones that were laying on that fence there. So I had to cut them off, and then and that big log too on this side of the fence. That big log on this side of the fence. But everything else, the big thing down there, yeah, the big log there, and then there, all those bigger, shorter logs, I had to cut them off the main trunk here, just to get it clear to my fence, because it was laying on top of my fence. I had to fix that all up. Anyway, I got that straightened out, and I just laid these here because they're not in my way. And anyway, I got to get back to my real job. Swinging around so fast. Low battery again. I gotta charge this phone up. Keep getting me a warning about a low battery, so let me do that first. That's where I came from. I'm charging my phone now. I only had 8%. Deerflies eating me up. Anyway, this is the corner. I recorded this last night, I think. I'm not sure. I didn't find nothing through here. Down to the corner. Let me get out of here. Sticker weeds everywhere. Yeah, I recorded this last night, and I didn't find nothing there last night. So if I don't record anything else, because when I get done checking down there, I'm going to head back, take my truck, head back down to the other end, turn on the charger, and see what happens. Sun's shining, so maybe it charged up the battery a little bit. If not, I got another plan to get that fence to work. Okay, let's walk on down there now. I'm using this thing again to charge my phone. I used it last time. I use it now a lot. It started out with 100%, and now it shows 88, 87%. So the phone's being charged at the same time. As that goes down, the phone battery power goes up. So on with the show for this. Yeah, if I don't find nothing through here, I'll just go down to the charger and find out if it works. That's where I came from, and that's where I'm headed, down to this side of the gate. And I'll check. I need to check. Oh, go down to that corner, check the corner real good, and then walk down along there, and then I'll be done checking this side of the fence. Although before I go to the end to turn the fence on, I got a little job there on those bales where those dead limbs are. I think it's those dead limbs or dead leaves above the bales. I got a big tree branch laying on my fence on the other side of those bales. That's a separate charger, but I got to fix that too. This part of the fence, corner behind me, and that part there, I call this an interior fence. Although it doesn't really, all it does is keep the cattle off of this area where the cedar trees are, and on this side, only when I got them closed out of the road. When I want them on the road, then I'll they can come in here. It's pretty thick with cedars, and so I don't really need barbed wire here, because if they happen to get through, all they do is wind up on the road, so it's not a big deal, as long as they're not getting out of the pasture. Okay, I gotta get something done. It's about 11:30. I need to get this fence checked and start working on my other fence. Well, I finished checking the fence and I didn't find no new grounds. Or old grounds, or what do you want to call them? Yeah, the fence along that road is powered by the fence down there in the bottom, and this fence is powered by the charger on the other opposite end of the pasture. So now I'm going to work in that limb on the fence on the back side of the bales. If I can find it. Yeah, back there where that dead, or somewhere where that dead leaves are on the underneath that area. Oh, I just found the ground. Well, one of the grounds on this fence that surrounds the bales. There's my truck. There's the gate this is the gate we load them into. So it's easy to unload pull the hay bales on the trailer up here and unload them. We've got plenty of flat areas up there. And the other end, I take them out from the other end to feed them along there. Where all those tall weeds are growing, that's where I feed the hay. From about that shelter I had over there, which you can't see. Anyway, right here is the ground. I didn't even see it. I walked past it the other day. I didn't see it. I don't know when that happened. Probably when I rehooked this. I pulled this fence out. I pulled the fence out when that tree fell. So that's been grounded a long time. But anyway, the one I saw yesterday was right there. That limb is leaning on, dragging down the barbed wire, at least the top one. I don't know about the bottom one. I can always lower the bottom one. But I need to cut the top one and tie it back together above the tree branch. And I'll cut that tree branch out whenever I get around to moving bales there. I got another cutting. So I want to have some bales up near the house. I think I'm going to have another cutting of hay in September maybe. I'm going to let it grow. It's just starting to grow back now. It was stunted there for a while during a drought in June. Anyway, I'll fix that. That's easy. And then I'll cut that branch off. Okay, wait a minute. When that fell on there, I can see what happened. When that fell on there, that fence, the tension on that wire, where the limb is, pulled this over. Yeah, that's what happened. So once I take care of that, this might cure itself. But I'm still going to fix something here before I leave. Make sure it don't happen again. Yeah, I'll find something. Okay, let's go down there and fix that first. The fence is off right now. I turned it off yesterday. Well, there it is. That's what I got to fix. Lemons everywhere. Yeah, I didn't, when I first noticed this tree fell onto the, over here, I didn't notice that one of them had fallen on there, unless it fell on later. It could have fell off later somewhere from up there, like this. But anyway, yeah, well, I got a handsaw, but that's a lot to saw through. I'd rather just cut it and be done with it and lower the, I'm gonna have to cut it off sometime. Maybe I'll try it. I'll go back and get the saw. I didn't bring it with me. It's just over there. I can go get it. I didn't want to saw nothing more, but I guess I will. At least I'll try. That's oak, I think. That's going to be hard wood to saw through. I came on the inside of the fence where the bales are. I think I can get a better cut, and I don't have to worry about the barbed wire as much. Barbed wire. Well, that's what it looks like from here. The only one that's actually on the bales a lot, I mean weight wise, is the one that's leaning there. But the rest of them just need the tops cut off. I mean, that the tree is weighing it down up there, but I still have to cut them off. I'll probably have to crawl up. What I probably could do is crawl on the bales and cut them from up there if they're not too high. Or I could wait until I haul the bales out. I could haul some out from this end, enough to get my truck back in there, put a board or something across, a couple boards across my back end of my truck, and I should be high enough to reach most of them limbs and cut them off. I'll do that when I have to, but I need to cut this first. Get that off the fence. Here's a close-up view. There's most of the weight's on that. You know what I might do? I might just cut those small limbs off up there. They'll be easier to cut than this big one. And then I'll just, after they're cut, all I can do is throw that off the fence. Yeah, I think that's the better one. I can cut through those small ones a little better. Okay, let me see what I can do. Oh, look at this. That was a smart way to do it. I cut the small limbs up there. I'm just going to leave them lay for now. And then I just threw that bigger one, just threw it off to the side. And I'm surprised the insulators didn't break. This side and that side. They're still good. So good to go. I didn't have to cut the wire. There's that area down there, that branch. Yeah, pretty deep branch. Yeah, and that's where the deep ditch stream starts over there. Works its way down, weaves it through, and then exit the pasture right there. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I came in on the inside. Okay, yeah. Now I can go turn the, I'll check that end first, make sure it's okay. Fix it if it's not. Where that gate hook was touching the T-post. And then I'll go turn I'll turn both fences on and test them. But tree limb is taken care of. And I set this up so if a tree limb falls on there again and pushes the fence tight, or makes the fence tighter and draws this toward this like it did before, it'll have some kind of a resistance. This should protect it from this touching that fence again. That's my goal anyway. It's just something that I can do really quick without redoing the whole thing. Okay, now I'll turn them both on. I'll turn this one on first, test it, and then I'll turn the other one on. The one that I actually needed to fix first, the one through those woods. Okay, here's another job I need to work on. When I first put this corral or this bale storage area together, I utilized that tree for my gate. That was a mistake. But I don't know what to do about it now, except now the tree's grown since then, and it's really hard to pick this gate up and put it on top of that 2x whatever it is, because I cut the tree back when I first put it on, but you could see how the tree has grown around the, whatever you call those, hinges. I cut that one out a little bit more than I could this one. I just cut them out enough to close the thing, but the tree keeps growing, so it's getting harder to close the gate and open it. So what I need to do is, without compromising that too much, because if I bring the post too far out, besides I'm going to have roots here to contend with if I try to dig a hole for a post. Yeah, but I got to do something. What I probably will do is take this off, try to salvage those hinges if I can. I can get some others, but if I can get those out, that's fine. If not, they'll just stay in the tree. But if it stays in the tree, that's bad. If it ever gets cut down and nobody knows those are in there, it could damage the chainsaw. But anyway, I'll try to get them out, and then I'll just put I'll fasten I'll get some long lag screws or something, or even just, I don't know, I can't just tie it. I can nail a 4x4 against the tree and then put the hinges in that 4x4. That's my first thought, is to get something, a 4x4, and put them in. Just nail it to the tree or screw it in, do something to attach it to the tree. Because the way it is, the gate's already hooked up to where I want it to over there. But it's really hard to pick that end up now. Takes a lot of force. I can get it off. Sometimes I need two hands. But anyway, that's another project. I'll consider my options on this. Yeah, well, I'll think about that later. Right now I gotta go down there, turn that charger on for this bale storage area, and then turn the other charger on the end of the pasture for this wooded fence. Well, the charging thing shows 0, and my phone battery shows 72%. It was at 8%, so this thing charged it up pretty good. Well, looks like the fence is working. Yeah, I'll test it with my tester too. As far as this box goes, I'm gonna watch where I step. Stickers everywhere. And yes, I'm barefoot. The grass is wet, and besides, I like going barefoot, except for the stickers. I go barefoot as much as I can, and the conditions are right. This fence shows that it's working, and I'm going to verify it with my own tester, and we'll see where it is. My tester also shows that it's working. Looking good. So, one job done. Let's go test the other. Turn the other fence on and test it too. Well, I turned it on and it's working. So all the fences are working now. Not all of them right now, but the one I'm going to work on down there is turned off, because I'm going to put some insulators on the T-post, black insulators for the barbed wire. but everything, but it was working when I turned it off. Anyway, this one's working, but for some reason it's making a clicking sound, right there. There must be a bug or something in there, but I don't see why it would be clicking. It shouldn't be grounding anything, but the fence is working. I don't know. I've never heard it click like that before. It looks like it's on crooked. I think I'm going to turn it off, unscrew that, unconnect it, and put it back on, see what happens. I took it off. It looks like some kind of cobweb. And there was moisture in there. There's water in there. It's dried up now since I had it in the sun. But I'll clean it up and put it back together. I think it was the water. But I don't know why it was clicking. It shouldn't be grounded there. I mean, that's the hot side. The ground is over there on that side. Over there. Anyway, let's put it back together. It's still clicking. I don't know why. I fixed it. I tightened it up. It's hard to tell. Oh, well, the fence is working. I touched it. My wet shirt. I got too close with the camera. Trying to see if it was actually coming from. The sound was actually coming from this one or from that one. Sounds like this one. Oh well, it's working. My wet shirt touched that fence. My sweaty shirt. Oh, at least I know it's working. I probably took a year off my life. I hate when I get shocked. I don't like shock therapy. Anyway, that's fixed. It's working. If it's clicking, maybe it's just wet up in there. I don't know. I never heard it clicking before. Anyway, I'm going to go over there now and start working, putting insulators on that fence.